Hey everybody, this is Tambio and I'm back with another third-party Transformers video review. You may be saying, hey, this isn't a third-party Transformer I'm seeing here. No, it's not. So this is actually an exclusive print by James Reyes from Cyber City Con. So yeah, I was actually at Cyber City Con this weekend in San Antonio, Texas, and I was able to pick up this guy right here. Let me bring my camera down so you can see this. This is the Mastermind Creation or Ocular Max Perfect Series PS-02 Liger, which is the red diaclone version of Mirage. And this is not an exclusive to Cyber City Con. This was a first available at Cyber City Con figure here. I know that you'll be able to get it on other sites like Toy Dojo and such coming up pretty soon, but this is the first chance that Cyber City Con is the first chance that you'd be able to pick up one of these guys. So I went ahead and got him, and he's very, very nice. So checking out the box here, you can see we have I love the artwork that they do on these things. They make them very much look like what they would back in the day with using the diaclone style type art on the box here. If you look at the top here, this is cool. So you can see they're doing the start change type things that they did on there, the finished. So you have your car and you're showing it transform into the robot. And on the side you have him. This is the artwork version of him that's on the front, and a little bit close up of the head. And then coming along to the back, you see once again you have the kind of transforming progression of him from his vehicle mode to his robot mode, and then here you have a little tech spec bio card here, and you actually don't need you can see what his stats are fairly easy on here. Let me see if I can bring this in. It's a little bit harder to see on the camera here, but I'll alleviate that in just a moment here. We have his bio, so if you want to pause on that, you can read that at your own leisure. So here's the bottom of the box. They do actually have some other things on here except for Chinese warnings. So you can see all these different things: disc brakes, cockpit, camera mounts, all those different things. Brake cooling intake. Robot head. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy open so we can check him out. Alright, so I'm back, and here we have Liger out of the packaging and in his alt mode, which is the mode that he comes in inside the package. So there's a few things inside said package. We have our little collectible card here, along with the bio on the back. Again, I don't know if that's the same bio or not. You can go ahead and read that at your own leisure. We have his tech specs right here. We have instructions, and they are the Z fold out type of instructions, similar to G1 instructions, black and white with red parts that are supposed to be moved and such. Something I did see on the back of here, if you look at here, they do have Peg for Life. That's another reviewer. He was actually at the convention with Toy Dojo. Actually got to meet him. Very cool guy. Very nice. Very willing to chat to anybody. So very nice. It was really good to meet you. Hopefully we don't lose touch. So he does come with some weapons. So he has his little gun and his missile launcher that goes on his shoulder. And then also he comes with his little red film type thing, so you can use it for his tech specs on the box. So let me bring the box back in. See if you can see it a little bit better. I don't know. You can still see it. The blue is very pronounced in there. It's not a light blue. So, all right. So weapons can attach in this mode. So you just need to fold this a little bit. You can take that, fold that up. there's a tab on the side of the rocket launcher, and then I think it's the wings. I thought it was the wings that folded into... Oh, yeah, right here. So you can have both weapons in this mode. I don't know. We'll go ahead and take that out and show you some of the detail on this guy. There's a lot of detail. I originally didn't pick up Sphinx, so this is actually the first chance that I've got to actually look at this figure in this mold. And I must say, on first review, whenever I pulled it out of the box and actually handled it for the first time, it's very heavy. There's a lot of die cast in this thing, a lot of die cast, and the engineering on this thing is phenomenal. There's a lot of really good engineering on this, and there's a lot of detail in here. So, like I was saying before, you can see we have the Liger, Goodyear, and L type of logos instead of Goodyear and Elf. So we have the tires, and they actually have Goodyear on there, and you are surprised whenever you get to pick this thing up. You will be surprised on how heavy this figure actually is. So we do have a driver in here, and you're able to take him out. So I was talking to one of my friends, and he said that it actually feels like they glued the head on or something, because it's one of the issues that he had with his original Sphinx was that it was when you would pull it out, try to pull out the driver, the head would pop off, and the head feels like it's very secured. So we have that, and we'll go ahead and I guess move into transformation here. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and take these and rotate the wheels down. I'm going to get all this out of the way. So, like that, and like that. Put this down for a second. Let me adjust the camera. Alright, so we have that. To extend this, and then these panels are a little awkward, because this panel in here and then you separate it from here is kind of a little weird, and these panels don't pull back because they are tied up against this seam right here, so you kind of have to fiddle around with them, and then this locks into this. So let's take this first and we'll move this back. That might help a little too. Okay. Okay, like that. And then you want to take these, flip these in just a little bit. You don't want to go all the way in. You'll take these and rotate this in. Just a little bit up. That slides underneath there, like that. And then this right here, you'll see that there's a tab, or a little peg, and there's a hole right here. And you'll do the same thing for this side. Make sure this is a little bit up. Yeah, I don't think you were supposed to pull it back just yet, because there's actually a tab that tabs into here. So I don't think we were supposed to do that just yet, but I did, so I'll just go with it. So that goes back. Flip this up, and then make sure that it goes underneath this piece right there, and then this comes down and then tabs into that hole. Make sure these go down. They like to pop up a lot because for some reason it's very springy when it gets down here. Alright, so we'll take this part, and these actually will swing around and down like that, and down. And then we'll take this part right here. This comes up, and then on the inside right here, it'll pivot. So you twist it around, it goes like that, then you split it apart. And then you'll see that there's some tabs right here, there's a hole on the side. You'll flip that up and then tab it in. So that's where that needs to be. See how this kind of springs up by itself. Then we'll take the arms. That's the next part. Bring the camera up just a little bit. So arms, these will slide out on a track, and then the track is actually die cast. So you just want to, we'll do this first. We'll pull this out, take these, rotate these around. There's two joints in here. So one will allow the wheel to go up, and then one lets it swing around. And then you want to tab it in. Oops, this has to go up first. So once that's up, then you tab that in. There we go. And you'll feel it kind of lock into place. This one's a little bit, there we go. So it's locked in. And use it most of the time whenever I transform these parts. The rubber tire ends up pushing in, but that's okay. You push these in, and then we're gonna continue on with the arms, sliding the arms out. It gets all the way to the top and it kind of locks in a little bit. You'll feel it click. And then we want to take the arms. We'll take this, pull it out just a little bit, and then we can swing it around because that tabs into this panel. So you can see the two slots. Okay, like that. And then you just rotate this down. This is a little strange because I end up getting gappage on mine, which looking at all the pictures, they all have it. Whenever you take this and rotate this down, this rotates down and then this flips up, and then you get a gap right there, a little bit of a gap. You can kind of fix it by bending the elbow a little bit, and you don't have so much of one now. So bend that down, swing that out, swing the fist out, then flip the panel up. Okay, so next, I'm going to kind of bend this down, and we want to flip this portion up to the front. So it's a little tricky to get that. You kind of have to push the that panel through. So there's two gray bits. You want to flip these gray bits out like that. That. You flip that down, then there is a metal tab right there, and it'll tab into a hole right here where my thumb is. Alright, so then once that's like that, rotate the waist around, flip up these bits to kind of cover the hole that's made right there. Alright, so now this comes and it flips up and it just stays right there. You can kind of lock it into place if you're able to get your finger in there. The first time I did this, I heard it click, but it may not do it this time, but oh well. Okay, tap that in. Alright, so now is the kind of tricky, scary part. I'm going to go ahead and rotate these down, but these do slide up and down, so see that? Alright, now for it's head time. So for the head, what you want to do is take this and it tabs into the windshield area. This got undone. So it tabs into the windshield area. You see the windshield in that. You want to pull it forward a little bit Oh, maybe pull this up. Maybe that was it. So pull this up. Okay, and once that's up, then you can pull this out. Okay. It's very, very, very tricky because the chin likes to rub on that piece right there. And then we just move the head forward. And you don't want to mess with it too much because I heard that there were original issues with Sphinx, so I don't want to accidentally break my figure. So pull this apart, pull those legs apart finally, and that'll be it. So yeah, very nice. His face is very, very menacing. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. So. Alright, so now to install his weaponry, he has his missile launcher, so we'll want to take and rotate this gray bit down, and this is actually going to clamp onto this piece of metal right here, this die cast. Alright. And then his gun, you can put it in either hand. You can flip that out like that, and the thumb does rotate for some. It's a weird. Everything that I've ever seen, if the thumb has any kind of articulation, it is it's a ball joint. But this is weird because it's actually I don't know what kind of joint that is. I don't know if it was just pegged in there or something. Yeah, it just pegged in there because you can see. But it rotates up and down, so you can rotate it. You don't want to rotate it down because there's two sides on that. The thumb does get stuck down, so you can kind of move it a little bit if you need to move it out of the way, like that, and then you just tab it into the palm. You just move the your thumb again, and if you need to see it on this side, I can show you the tab, or the little part where you tab it into. You can see that there's a part cut out of the palm of the hand. So yeah, pretty much everything stores on this guy except for the driver. So that's the only part that you have left over or kind of hanging around at the end of the transformation. So yeah, once again, this guy, lots of die cast in him, lots and lots of die cast. The only real issue that he has is that his tires are his feet, so he kind of does this skating thing a little bit. I don't know if there's anything that you can do to lower these, because these are his heels also. You might be able to lower these enough so that he's not sitting on those, but it doesn't feel like it. And it doesn't tab in, so it just kind of pushes it up anyways. Oh well. So, real quickly, articulation. So, start up at the head. The head kind of scares me a little bit. There's an ability to move it forward and back. It is on a ball joint, so you can twist it a little bit. He does get a little stuck because of the back of his head, so you can rotate it left and right a little bit. Then you have right here at the shoulder, there is a joint that allows you to move it forward and back, then out to the side like that. You can raise it up like this also. Then there is a cut right above the bicep so that you can twist it. Then you have almost a double elbow joint, so you have the joint right here and then the joint right here. Then you have a wrist swivel, Then you have a joint at the knuckles. So all the knuckles are of the forefingers are connected. So you just have that one thing, which isn't that bad. It's actually okay. Then you have your swivel for your thumb. Then you come down here, and you have a waist swivel. Then these panels are all on can move up like this to get out of the way for his articulation for his legs. So in his hips, he can go back and then. Wow, he's not going forward. I'm not going to force that. Why would that not go forward? Will this side go forward? This side goes forward. Is this getting stuck on? Okay, there we go. Must be a burr in there or something. So, and then there's another joint that allows you to go out to the side. There's no no ratcheting on that, which his legs are very heavy, so it does fall down. So, double knee joint. So you have the knee right here and then the lower right here. So you get about up to there, and then it gets hung up on this panel right here. But there are two knee joints. They tried. So then you come down here to the feet. You can twist this right here, and this is probably actually part of transformation. Maybe not. No, yeah, that is. But it allows an ankle rock, so it'll only go inwards. It won't go outwards. And that's about it. You can move this around a little bit. So you have that also. So you lower these panels down. Alright, so I have to say, getting this figure, I know that they're doing an Ocular Max version of Inferno. I'm kind of torn on whether I want to get that or not. They're doing Hook also, but I know that Hasbro is releasing a version of them, and I'm really kind of torn with these. I really like these guys, but I've been keeping pretty much exclusive to masterpieces, and these guys make me want to get Ocular Max versions of these guys, just of what's. I know that they have that Ravage tape. I got to mess with that there also, and that thing is heavy. It's just crazy. It makes me want to, and it's just crazy for me to think about them right now. But like I said, I had a really good time. Don't forget to check out all my other videos. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I am also on Facebook. This has been Tambiota, and I'll see you guys next time.